not done with 64 here, and today we're going to continue on with what is essentially the final bits of Crash Mind Over Mutant for the Nintendo Wii. Now, before we begin, I actually have a few disclaimers with this particular save file. So, with this, just hang on a second. With this, what ended up happening, as you could probably tell with Crash... Oop, I gotta step away from this for a second. Obviously, the health bar as well. Unfortunately, the same case is for the attack power, and I'm gonna be serious for a second here. You don't get the one hit like KO for everything with Crash. You can one combo everything, but you can't one hit KO everything. Not that much of a difference, but I just wanted to clarify that before I see people hopping in on this game to grind it, just to do all that. But before we continue onwards with what we need to collect now, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, Tasty here. Let's get into it.
Okay, did you already drop in, or? Okay.
Yep, I'm in now.
So,
Okay, so I kind of had a feeling that the code was like breaking the limit of the strength and all that.
yeah. And it's like when I found out about what actually happened with the max level up for Crash, it's not that much better. Like one board slam combo, the BBZZ combo, literally just stuns most mutants in the game. You just can't insta stun the larger ones like the Scorporilla and Yuctopus. Which, even for bonkers, that's still kind of insane that you can one combo everything, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, that's so up there.
But with that being said, what we gotta take care of now is just the last bit of collectibles in this. One of them being what is it? Like, dang, I just had it in my head. One of them is a golden Wumpa fruit. One of the evil school dolls that we need to collect here. Frick, I almost had it too. And then we still gotta collect. Ooh. And there's also a Mount Grimly doll that I actually did not get to show this one on screen because Deed accidentally picked it up. I do have a screenshot of where it is, but you know, have to be prepared for that one too. Just a few unfortunate things that happened during parts of the playthrough. But it won't matter now because this is pretty much the end of it. And I do actually have what's supposed to happen with the save file. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm guessing one of the dolls is up there, or Wumpa fruit.
The doll is up here, but yes. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna have enough height to get up there this way. Probably gonna have to go all the way back. But yes, the last doll for this, all like 3 dolls in this level for some reason, is basically here on the very top where you need TK because he needs to pull down the glacier. Or the slack. I'm not sure what the terminology is for that. I still get those mixed up to this day.
After we finish this playthrough, we have to send me that speed run. Take a look at that.
Oh, of course. Okay, so it's right here.
There we go.
So now that this is done,
Go into your house on Wumpa Island and check out the concept.
the fun thing about this, like the rest of the collectibles we have going, is that while it's definitely gonna be some backtracking, it's definitely more of a straight line of what we have to get through, so to speak, anyway. Because like first we have to come here to get the doll. Then we have to go through Wumpa Island for that one doll we missed. And for that one Crash doll we missed. Go through that. Just so we can go to the desert for the other Crash doll, the one with the targets and everything. And then we go to the sewer for the last golden Wumpa fruit. Once we get all that done, just because the save file is bugged, we're going to have to go to the 99% save file that I pretty much worked the entire last weekend on. It was kind of insane having to run through this again without the code, because you have to level up Crash legit in order to get this working. Otherwise, you get locked out of one of the missions. I ended up finding out not Crash Grab. That's the one for the dolls. It's the I think Crash King. But yeah, it's that one. Frick. Actually, hold on. No. Okay, that's just not gonna work. I think I can jump off a PK at this point since I won't. Oh, okay, cool. Just count it anyway. Anyway.
Nice.
But yeah. The speedrun I think you're gonna really like on this game. I haven't really checked out the one for Up the Time myself, but if it's anything like what I saw from Mind Over Mutant, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Nah, seems like there's a lot of potential for speed. Oh, I'm okay. There's a lot of potential for speed on this game, so
Yes.
with the way that it's structured.
Ooh. I'll just go for the challenge. Cause like it's literally just going through this anyway. I'll just skip it. Especially with the Rhino Roller, it's kinda insane. Because you've already seen how crazy fast he can go, like, just past the camera and everything. Like, if you remember the layout and everything on this, it's gonna be insane. That's okay. What? All the way back here? Oh, good.
I'm shocked.
That's kind of... Maybe I didn't fully land on here. Okay. But yeah, we're pretty much just going to go all the way back. This game has some serious playing issues. Like, I'm literally standing right here, and it's like...
There you go.
Yeah, so we have to go up here for the remaining crash doll. Excuse me. Frick.
Nope. Dang it.
Wait, wait. Ah!
Ah.
Wait, can I? No. Hold on a second. There we go, we got it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I love this.
It's all the way up.
Yep. All the way over here.
I see it. Nice.
Now to go all the way to the desert. Oh my goodness. But, yeah, I ended up finding out that there actually is the incentive. And apparently, after all these years, it actually is the final pack of the game. Like, I've always ended up beating it, but I never got as far as, like, getting 100% on this game because of, you know, the mission they decided to... The 4 missions they decided to lock to co-op. You could get basically 3 of them, I think, by yourself, but the one I'm concerned with is trying to get up to 50 enemies for co-op. Wait.
Yeah, the co-op only stuff for 1% is kind of a pain in every game that has stuff like that.
It is. Wait. Oh no, this is the wrong way. Hold on. It was the wrong way anyway. Don't worry. But guess what? That's okay because we got the Rhino Roller. Fixed in seconds. But yeah, we have to make our way to the entrance of the desert here. Oops.
Nice. They get a lot of fight with this thing.
They do. They really, really do. If you could just adjust yourself on these planes, and whatever the heck that was. Actually, no. So I do know there are some like cool co-op like tricks for speedrunning, but I'm gonna save all the talk of speedrunning for when Deed actually gets to see it. That's all. I won't be mentioning that on this video here. Maybe the extras. Maybe. Okay, there's no way around this, so we're just gonna have to dig. But yeah. How have you been thinking about, like, how did you feel about this playthrough, most honestly?
I'm definitely like, I generally like enjoyed my time. I do wish that the game was a little longer, maybe with a couple more areas, um, because it did feel like there was only like, at least compared to the first game, it felt like there was way less areas. But what was there, I did enjoy. So. And I did also like all of the improvements that they made to the mutants in particular.
I'm not gonna get used to that. I'm just letting you know that right now. But yeah, this game does end up having like substantially fewer areas you're visiting versus like the many you're visiting on of the Titans, even if some of them are continuations of the same episodes. Because like here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different worlds. Oh, 8 including this, if you're including the space head.
I also really like the new mutants that they added.
Okay, that was pretty much it for this channel. We can go ahead now. But yeah, I honestly agree because they actually did add a lot to this compared to the DS version of the game, where they had like a whole one world for them, and then like everything else is strictly optional for that character now. And that's pretty much it. Like, DS is okay, especially compared to the console versions. I think it's okay. But that's pretty much all I got on that. And now there is a particular reason why I'm using a run roller as opposed to the intended range mutant you're supposed to be using for this. So, you know how you're supposed to shoot all those targets we found earlier?
Yeah.
So, what that's for is to spawn a platform that'll get us to the crash door.
Okay.
Little do we know that the platform's really just right here.
Okay.
Go into your house on Wumpa Island and check out the concept art.
Okay. And now we're gonna make our way to the sewer for the Golden Wumpa through. Which
Is that the last thing?
it's the last thing on this save file, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's right here. Yeah. Okay. It's just so fun to do, honestly. Like, this is absolutely the most fun mutant to use in the game for me. Incredibly fast, you can just basically soar in the air with this. It just cannot be beat. And I hear that grimly down there. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Huh? Cool, cool. But yeah, it's definitely been a trip and a half for me on this. I still stand with the fact that even with the health and attack power being bugged the way they are on the save file, it is still pretty much easier on bonkers on this game than it is on hard difficulty of the Titans. That has not changed. That's really unfortunate too, because like you'd think with all these cool mutants and everything that they'd be doing some serious stuff, but they just like they do damage, especially if you get on the max health and doing damage to each other, but as enemies, not so much. I think the most annoying mutant in the game isn't even one of the big mutants, it's the smaller minions, the one with the flashlights. Oh my goodness, when there are a lot of them and they do that flashlight attack, oh my god. Like, it feels like they're just draining your health because you can't go anywhere.
And the flashlight's done too, right?
It does.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those things were still mocking me at one point.
It was so silly. Seriously, this thing, like, the Rhino Roller can really just hop everywhere it wants to. That's pretty much most of what Crash can do in terms of platforming, but faster. It is really kind of insane that they really do give you an insane monster like this. You don't say anything anymore. What's going on here? There we go. But yeah. Another, like, we've already been talking about it, and just like with Crash at the times when we were waiting for Crash 4, as we're about to end this off, we're really this close to freaking Sonic Frontiers of all things. So, without talking about some things, like some of the reviews I've seen on this so far, what do you think the game would be when you play it?
Well, based on, like, you know, how I felt waiting, I didn't have much hype going into the game, alright? So, if the game turns out not great, or just average, or even just decent, I won't be, like, as mad as I was with Forces, for example, because I was super hyped for Forces. It's been a while. I don't know if I'll get that hype for another Sonic game unless Mania 2 is announced or something.
I don't blame you.
But, yeah, I'm still looking forward to the release. I'm pretty sure by the time this video goes up, the game will be out. But I am interested to see what most of the community will feel about the game, rather than just the critics.
Right. Looking forward to it myself, because I got that sucker primed and ready. Just gonna wait for Steam to, you know, accept the download already. That'd be great.
Yeah, I really hope that game gets some nice mods at some point. Yeah, that'd be great.
I think, especially with what we've seen with the game, it's definitely gonna be. There's definitely gonna be some nice touch-ups with the mods. I just hope they go as crazy with it as they did with Generations, for example.
Yeah. If they do, then Frontiers will be like a must buy on Steam, honestly.
So now that we've collected everything that we can on here, it's now just a means of showing what 100% looks like. This save file, I actually did manage to get everything up and running on this. So, Deed, all that we need to do for this setup is that I'll need you to bring out the reticle that's already jacked. Right here.
Okay, let's see. Will I be able to... Are you clicked in?
Yes, I should be.
Okay, hold on.
Let me try it again.
1 second.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Let me get up. Oh my, but that's a lot of points on my right, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Crash. Go into your house on Wumpa Island and check out the concept art.
And you get Superstar, which means you've completed the entire game 100%. And this is where it was supposed to be Cold Feet, where you capture 2 Raticles at the same time. But yeah, since we're pretty much now done with Mind Over Mutant, the only thing we need to take care of now is just to fight. Pretty much just fight freaking Cortex again. Because there really is nothing left with the game at this point other than to show off the concept art and everything for the extra video. And this will include the kids art that I've already shown off, but you know, just for formality's sake. So, let me tell you about the process of freaking upgrading, like fully upgrading Crash. The way I upgraded the mutants was pretty much just using the code the same way, because they don't break the game like Crash does. But upgrading Crash was a freaking nightmare, especially with the last 2 levels. So, what they intended was just for you to start playing arenas over and over and over again. Hold on a second. We're gonna actually need them. Just gonna do like a quick skip with them. But yes, they want you to play the whole arenas over and over and over again to upgrade everyone, including the mutants. The thing about this is that like Crash has substantially higher amounts of motion to require Not 4 million. Let me tell you that right now. Or was that 4 billion? Not 4 billion. I'll tell you that much. But it's still definitely like 100,000. Which with this game, even with the grind method I did, it did take a while in order to get them up to level freaking. To get the final upgrade. So on top of the health upgrades, you have to upgrade Crash 18 times. The first 10 times, easy peasy. The 11 to 15, a little bit of effort on this, but it's still pretty easy. But then, I said last three levels was just playing through the arenas over and over again until I said, you know what, there has to be a faster way for this, and there was. I used the desert grinding method, where basically you use the teleporters in Mount Grimly, all 2 of them, because we're not going to use all 3. You would use the one for the frozen coast to get the multiplier up to 20, easy 20. Oh, frick. Easy 20. Then you go up and use the portal for the desert and keep spawning the mojo over and over again with the 20 times multiplier. I managed to get up to so many, like the first of the 3 levels, no problem, like maybe 3 times doing that. It turns into 4 times, ended up doing it, or at least it was supposed to be 4 times. It ended up being like 6 times the second level, and then a whopping 20 times for the last one. 20 loops! Oh my goodness. And reminder, this is with the 20 multiplier. If I did not have this, can you imagine what the grind would be like for that?
Yeah.
I think I could make it.
My brain would have melted doing that over and over.
Mine almost did, and this was in the middle of the night no less, so that, even more so. But it was worth it, because I managed to get all the way up there, and then I pretty much just turned on the code, insta like leveled up everyone else. It was pretty easy. Okay. And the worst part about falling in the space head section, at least with the purple one, if you fall even after hitting the switch, as you just witnessed, you don't just go back. Oh no. No, you have to go all the way back to the purple section again. Which is the main risk of not falling off here. And again, all that just for falling off? No, good lord, please. Okay. Look, like, when this is something else I have to go through with the 100% save file you saw on slot number 3. Just falling means you have to restart that whole process. I really hope that if you end up dying, like legit dying, that it doesn't start you all the way back to purple again. Like in the blue section, we have to fight all these slappies and stenches. I know you don't have to start all the way back when getting the Cortex, thank goodness. Can you imagine if this game came out like, what, 2 generations earlier than what it did for like Wii 360 and all that? And like, every time you died, you have to go back to this section, even if you get the Cortex.
That would be a pain.
On box, that would be a challenge, funnily enough. Too much, even. Good lord. But that's not the case here. And this actually is, since we do have the proper max level for this actually would be a good showcase of what it will look like versus just barely. Actually, dude, I might need you for this one.
Okay. There we go. If I can do this blind. Try Wolverine to me.
Okay.
There you go.
You almost had it, but good stuff. But yeah, this is a good time for me to show you just legitimately how it's supposed to look. So, and the funny thing is, even without the bugs like attack power, you can actually do like what, 2? I was about to say 2-shot. You could just do 2 hits to Cortex, and pretty much he gets stunned just from countering. I always found that one a bit weird. Like, why does he get that much? Why do you get that much damage off of countering? And it's not just because of the max level. All right, Now, we are going to skip the anime cutscenes. I'm sorry, but we've already seen them.
The DBZ.
Yep. So, we already know how to fight him. Here, we just get Grimly, get going. Especially with max health, like max level Grimly, this is gonna be insane. Look at all that damage, especially especially when you were doing some damage on that too. Like, now with just Crash, I can show you what I'm talking about with this. Wait, dodge this. So he's gonna do his full combo on this, I think, once he stops jumping. Oh dang, I didn't do it. One hit! I said two hits, but it was one! And this is not bugged! This is not bugged this time. Bro! This is the final boss of the game, by the way. This is what you're fighting for. Oh my god. Even without the bug, it is insane how easy this is. You know what? This is actually easier than the final boss of freaking the Arachnina, and that was with the whole block canceling shenanigans. Oh my goodness! And keep in mind, this isn't with using unintended like combat practices with like blocking and everything. This is just from doing a normal counter. I just don't get why countering does that much. But yeah, we're other than that little shock for me, we're pretty much done with this here. Again. And look at this. This is Blanca's difficulty, and they're just standing there.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
They're not even trying to hit. Oh my goodness. They are literally just standing there. The minions are doing more work than the... And keep in mind, we're gonna see the bios of all these enemies, and you're just gonna see just how ridiculous this whole thing is just looking at this. I'm not gonna use it this time because we still need to actually be ready for the spin section here. Oh my goodness. There's just nothing I can say that changes the fact that this is pretty much the game on the hardest difficulty. Like, if there was like a fourth difficulty or something that I can unlock from doing this, I would absolutely love to see that, but from what I've seen on doing this 100%, there just isn't. And that's pretty much the game. Now let's look at that number go up. One 100%. You love to see it.
Very nice, very nice.
And let's look at this too. So the captures and the total mojo is a bit. Well, actually no, just the total mojo, because like, I mean, just the captures, because the total mojo is completely accurate. Most of this is just from Crash. Like everyone else is just from like the remaining bits, but 100,000 bits of the mojo was just from Crash. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, Crash upgrades 18. But yeah, that's it. We're going to pretty much end this here because the next part is going to be the extras on this. We're going to show off the credits for that on that section 2 and pretty much wrap everything up with Mind Over Mutant. So I've already asked this, but in terms of the co-op experience, what did you think of the game so far?
Oh, I do. Like, there's times where I like the camera not panning out when we get too far apart, but at the same time, I do kind of wish it did that at times because it's like a little hard to keep up at times. But thankfully, they did add that teleport button, and the mass format is pretty cool too. So I thought overall co-op was. I think I still like the first game more for co-op, but I thought co-op worked in this one as well.
Same here. Same here. It's definitely something that's gonna be tricky, but hey, be on the lookout for, because after this extra part, before I get to Crash 4, we are going to check out the versus multiplayer of the PSP version of the game.
Okay.
So I know that one's going to be a lot of fun. But with that being said, this is Arturus Explorer signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay insane, stay natural fuel, stay tuned, just already alive. Stay warm!